Hello and welcome to my channel. Today in this video we're going to be talking about power supplies to the Velleman circuit. For those of you who actually have this circuit, you probably have run across some problems with power transformers. And for those of you who don't have this circuit, if you do buy the kit actually gives you options on how to power the transformer. It gives you one using batteries, one using a EI transformer, and one using a ring core transformer. And I'm going to go with the ring core transformers for several reasons. A, they're quieter than an EI transformer, both mechanically and electronically. Mechanically in that they don't have any air gaps in the windings, so there's no mechanical hum. And two, because of the shape of the ferrite core, it actually reduces the EMF output to the circuits, which cancels out the hum you get through speakers, and it allows you to actually have this closer to the circuit than you would with an EI transformer. Now, I'm not saying EI transformers are bad or anything like that. You can actually get really good ones that actually have really good shielding and allow you to get the same proximities. But the problem with them is that they're also bigger too, so you need to have a larger enclosure. And I'm trying to keep this kind of compact, so that's pretty much it. Now, when dealing with these transformers, there's actually two ways to wire them up. If you wire them in parallel, you'll actually get them to be powered by a lower voltage and have an output in the lower voltage. If you wire them in series, then they can use a higher voltage and they can output to a higher voltage and higher amperage. So we're going to do this in parallel, which is, for those of you who live in the United States, is a good thing because we can actually use our 110, 120 volt supply. Now, if you live in countries that don't use that standard and you need something more around 230 to the 230 standard, then you actually wire your primary windings in series and still leave your secondary windings in parallel so that you can still have your 230 in and your 12 AC out. So that's pretty much it, and stay tuned. I'll show you how we started this all together. Okay, so as you can see, we have everything set up. This is my paperwork that I'm going to be following. It's going to tell me how to wire this transformer to the circuit. So it's actually telling me right now in parallel that I have to have black to orange and red to yellow. The two main leads I'm going to be left with are pretty much black and yellow. That's what it's telling me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black and I'm going to call this one negative, and I'm going to put it in the negative slot here on my board. And then the next is going to be the ground to that, and that's going to go there. And then my secondary ground is going to go here. So now my black and orange are tied together. And then this is going to go into the positive situation, so that now my red and yellow are tied together. Pretty straightforward. Now we're going to flip this whole thing over here, just like that. I'm just going to go ahead and solder them in. Again, with soldering irons, you always need to tin them first. Get them going there. Yeah, just kind of clean it off. Okay, now let's go back here and go ahead and start soldering. I think I have a little too much solder on that guy. There we go. I'm actually not pleased with that solder right there. Try to draw some off of it there. That should work. Alright. Now, again, for 15 VAC, violet to blue, brown to gray. And that's it. That's how you wire it in. So, that's it right there. Complete power circuit. Next up, we're going to go shopping. We're going to buy all the switches and inputs that we need to power this thing and give it a good test. Now we're going to test it before we put it in enclosure. That way we can fix any issues that come up. That's going to be on next week's video. Later.